A disgruntled Star Citizen backer files for a refund. CIG denies him. He takes them to small claims court. The judge rules in favor of CIG. No refund for you. Where do I stand on this matter? The answer may surprise you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Montoya. I run a large organization in Star Citizen. I am a staunch defender of the project. I strongly believe in it. It will happen. The game will be amazing. I give it my money and my time, just so you understand where my bias lies. Now, on the topic of refunds, I've been on both sides of this issue. I've seen people abuse the refunds policy, and I've seen people very much deserving of the policy. First of all, let me give you the people who abuse it and why CIG has probably clamped down and put their foot down on this issue. For the longest time, CIG gave you refunds no matter what. Now, I know people that refunded for the silliest of reasons. There was a guy who freaked out because the cutlass wasn't exactly as he imagined it should be. Put in a refund, he got it. I knew a guy that had a 960 in his computer, GPU. He wanted the 980 Ti, didn't have the money. Put in for a refund, got his refund, bought himself a better video card. That is not how crowdfunding works. Crowdfunding is not your piggy bank where you put money in and then you get to pull money out whenever you need it. With that in mind, majority of the people I know that have refunded have been for medical reasons, and CIG has always been very good about it. They have refunded almost every single person I know for medical reasons. There was a guy I knew who cut his hand pretty badly, went to ER, got 2 stitches, got a tetanus shot, and a bill for thousands of dollars. Now, he had about $1,000 deductible. Welcome to America. And he needed the money. He put in for a refund. CIG gave him the money. I know people who have been injured in car accidents. I know people who needed emergency funds to repair something in their house. They got refunded. But recently, as in the last couple of months, at least since the beginning of 2018, the refunds have stopped. Very likely because the system is being abused. People are using it as a bank account. Most recently on my site, on testsquadron.com, there was a young lady who had a fair amount of money in the game, needed the money for medical reasons. She was denied. Now, she had to go to the gray market to sell her ships. Word of warning, the gray market is risky. Be sure you use a trusted middleman who's been there for years. Before you do anything in the gray market, please use a trusted middleman. Back to this matter here with the individual. His name is Ken Lord, and his story was that he pledged $4,496 into the project. Now, I've spoken about this at length in previous videos. People overextend themselves in Star Citizen, and I believe this is very much the case of what happened here with Mr. Lord. But he goes on, and why I say I'm mixed on these issues, because medical issues, I feel they should refund you. The issue is, with his claim here, is that he backed the game for Squadron 42, which is the single player aspect of the game. And now he's saying that because the Squadron 42 will require some first-person shooter parts of it, there's a first-person shooter aspect, you'll be required to do some missions which require you to shoot people. He says because he has MS, he cannot do it, he cannot aim, his hands shake. That is perfectly fine. I feel that if this is a case, if this is a real medical case, and I have no doubt that he's telling the truth, they should refund the guy. But let's unpack this a bit deeper. We've known for some time what Squadron 42 is going to be about. Also keep in mind that Squadron 42 is not what this game is. This game is a massive MMO that just happens to have a single player aspect to it. I don't know many people who back Star Citizen because they want a fun single player game. Majority of the people I know that back Star Citizen did so because of the MMO part. Now, I don't doubt that there's perhaps people who backed just for the single player part of it. This may be the case with Mr. Lord over here. But we've known for some time what this game will be about. So for him to come out now and say, yeah, I don't like the fact that Squadron 42 may have some FPS in it that I'm required to do, I cannot do it, debatable. But nonetheless, if you have a medical issue and you want out, and need the funds, especially if you need the funds, I think get refunded, definitely. But he was denied. He took this to court. Now, I'm going to tell you his argument. His argument is Squadron 42, he can't play it. He's going to say there were lots of promises made which are broken. He's going to say the game was promised in 2014 and it has not come out. He's going to say that there are all this big list of things which were promised which has not happened. He wants his money back. CIG has sent a representative. I'm going to guess Toast. Did you go? Toast is a paralegal who works in the LA office, and most likely he's the one that went to represent. CIG sent a rep, and what the rep is going to say is the following. The representative is going to say the money given to us, and this is the term they use, should be seen as a donation. Now, this is where it gets tricky because I don't believe any of us donated the money. I know when I pledged the money, I never expected to get the money back no matter what happens. That is my understanding of how crowdfunding works. The fact that CIG has catered to many people over the years that's great on them. I think it's wonderful they did it, and they continue to do it. But the fact is, and what Toast, I'm guessing it's Toast, what he's going to argue is that CIG is delivering. And I tend to agree. 2018, I'm not looking back. I'm looking forward. I'm looking at the present. I'm looking at the now. In 2018, what we've seen, and now we have 500 employees working at CIG, the rate of progress, the progress which we're seeing in the roadmap, it's coming along. And CIG is going to argue we are delivering. And while the persistent universe we promised is only this size right now, we promised this size. While it is only this size, in the next patch in 3.3, it will be this. And in 3.4, it will be this. And in 3.5 and onwards, we are delivering. It is there. So for someone to say that they want their money back because it hasn't come out, look, they're right. It is very delayed. Yes, promises were made. For example, they said there'll be pets in the game. There are no pets in the game. Get a refund. You can't get a refund apparently. Because now the hard line is it has to be within 14 days. And CIG says this is very fair and common practice in the industry, and they are correct. If you go buy The Witcher 3 on Steam right now, they allow you up to 2 hours of playtime. You can play 1 hour, 59 minutes, and then decide you don't like the game. You have 14 days from the time of purchase to get your refund. Steam will honor that. CIG is being generous. Well, this is what they're telling the judge. We're being generous too. You have 14 days from the time you purchase. You can play 100 hours. You can play 200 hours in our Persistent Universe Alpha right now. But within 14 days, we will refund you, no questions asked. Now, an area of contention is the updated terms of service. When new downloaders, the latest patch, you agreed to the new terms of service, and one of the clauses is they apply retroactively. This is also a very, very interesting issue, and in this case, the judge agrees it applies retroactively. You've accepted terms of service, no refund for you. So, look, I feel for this guy. He doesn't want to be a part of the project. He overextended. He has $4,000 he wants back. He just doesn't like what he sees. Unfortunately, terms of service apply. And CIG does make exceptions. And in this case, they said, no, we don't see it. Just because you personally don't like what you see doesn't mean you get your money back. So let me ask you guys who may be involved in law, if this doesn't apply retroactively, how does this affect previous Kickstarters? And let's take Oculus Rift as an example. I remember when Oculus Rift sold out to Facebook for $2 billion, there were a lot of upset Kickstarter backers who were furious because Oculus Rift was supposed to be the company for the small guy. They were supposed to be the company who were going to bring cheap VR to the masses for $200 a headset. This is what they said. It was $250. I said, we're going to put out these headsets so everyone can afford them. Facebook bought them out, and a lot of people felt betrayed. Can someone who was involved in the Oculus Rift Kickstarter go and get their money back because they didn't like the final outcome? The whole issue of crowdfunding projects is relatively new, and I know European laws are a lot harder and stricter than US laws. Maybe the US has to catch up. But like I said, in medical cases, I think CIG does, and they should refund people. In other cases where you don't like the way the cut list looks, I don't know. But this is a controversial topic, definitely one which I think we'll see more cases going to the courts. Let me know your thoughts so far. What are your thoughts on the outcome of this one? Now, please, I know it's controversial. Try keep it clean in the comment section below. Give me your thoughts. Please share this video with friends. If you liked it, thumbs up. Your comments below are always appreciated, and I'll see you in the next drama video of whatever it will be, and we know it'll be something. Take care.